All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to One on One with Mr. Waff. Today I have a very important personality with me in our studio, that's City FM studio. Mr. Charles, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we are going to be discussing a range of issues, and I would like to get your opinion on those issues. We were told that the ipob set up a committee, a group, a security group, just like the Amoteku in the southwest, to tackle security issue. What's your take on that?
Well, I don't have much to say about that. But however, I think there is a government in the eastern Nigeria, and I think that government should be fully involved in that uh, that kind of. In fact, the primary duty of government is to secure the lives and property of its citizens. So, to have another faction coming in, I don't know how it looks. However, on the issue of ipob, I think there have been sentiments why we are still having ipob, coming on. I think there have been sentiment in the very hearts of the Easterners. There's still a soft spot somehow for that group, and I think that's why they are still having a base in the East. So, if you ask me, I don't know how you can have two captains running one ship. So
I mean, in the southwest they had Amoteku. So what makes it wrong for ipob?
well, we are saying that there is a synergy or between the Amotekums and the leaders of the Yoruba land. I think they agreed to that, but I don't think the Ohanese and Igbo of the Igbo side of the eastern Nigeria are fully in support of ipob. I don't think there is a unified voice concerning that. So I think that's where there is, one or two lapses concerning that stuff.
Okay. We're going to progress to the next story, which there's a new sheriff in town. The NDLE has a new boss, in person of Buba Marwa, a retired military personnel. And he's proposing something very interesting. He wants all the top government officials to be tested for drug. And university student, the new intake should be tested for drug as well. What's your take on that?
I think it should be a welcome development. It should be a welcome development. You don't want people that are under the influence of drugs to be running your nation. I don't think anybody wants that. So if he's proposing something like that, I think it should be open. It should be received with open arms. If you don't have any skeleton in your cupboard, you should not be scared of going for a drug test. However, looking at it from the student perspective, for me, I think it should even be mandatory, because if we can get it right, from that level, trying to curtail this issue of drug abuse from the student level and undergraduate level, we won't have much of that in the public life and those that work in the public sector. So let us get it right. Very importantly, in that in the student undergraduate level. So it's very welcome there.
I was wondering what will happen if someone is caught, like you were tested and you test positive for drugs. Let's say a government official that was appointed to take over a ministry, like a minister or something, and they had to undergo that test, and they discovered that he's into drugs. What will happen? Is he going to be arrested, or what do you think? I am just curious.
Well, it depends on the nature of the case that he or she was involved in. But I think people that are having drug addictions, we should not, in quote, demonize them per se. In the US they have what we call rehabs, where you take people for rehabilitation, so they can drop off this drug addiction and things like that. We have specialists. So in such way, if you find people that are, addicted to a particular drug and all that, you can help them. Did you see? You can help them, to get rid of such stuff. You can take them to rehab. I think the government should be considering setting up a rehab to rehabilitate these people and help them drop those addictions.
So are you saying that a minister, hopefully, supposedly, if he's appointed a minister, goes through the test and is positive, he should be rehabilitated?
We're talking about getting the test done before the appointment, right?
Yes.
Then, if he's found positive, the